Welcome to ECNTRADE Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The Australian dollar fell on Monday as traders fastened their seatbelts for a huge week of potential market moving events and now brace on which way the US Federal Reserve will move when its Open Market Committee meets for its monthly two-day meeting. Fed officials are broadly expected to raise interest rates by 1/4 percentage basis points, or 25 basis points, which is when they could conclude their two-day meeting. Lowering the size of increase for the second straight month may actually see a little bit further to the dollar index, which unsurprisingly jumped back to the region of 102.20. Looking at the Australian dollar, we can see the market is tumbling and now fixed on the challenge around 70.45 that may head lower towards 69.90 and reassess from there. If the market fails to hold there, then we could see a little bit further to stop losses, and that may be seen to 69.35. Any advancement, well, the cap is still there at 71.30.65. Euro dollar, well, the market is still somewhat on its back foot and remains in negative territory. As I mentioned, the US dollar did jump to around 102.20 overnight. As I mentioned, the market is expecting to see the Fed hike rates 25 basis points, as it currently stands around 4.25 to 4.5. That would see the market move up to around 4.75. Also this week we've got the ECB rate decision as well, with a 50 basis point rate hike expected. So looking at the technicals, we have broken down and also backing away sharply from the 109.45.60 area. And from that, I'm looking for the target of around 108.10, or with the base or the bullish foundations, seeing for euro 107.45.65 and reassess from there. So with the dollar jump in, the market finally woke up for dollar yen after 5 days consecutive sideways pattern or consolidation pattern, that we can see the current trend is actually trying to pick up and therefore looking towards 130.80.90. From there we may see a little bit of pressure coming back into play, so not getting too bullish at this current level and reassess from that level around 130.80.90. The pound tumbled further overnight and now getting closer to the challenge of 122.90.95. I feel the market may actually find a little bit more weakness there if it fails to hold and head down towards the region of 122.30.35. Any advancement should find resistance around 123.75 to 124.5. Gold was a little bit weaker and now into its third consecutive day, looking towards the challenge of 1,918. Technicals are heavy. We may even see a further slide and look towards 1,900 and reassess. Wrapping up with oil, the market crushed the level that was at 78.5 and now exposes the next level around 75.70.90. Technicals have remained heavy and therefore could see this slide before any reversal. We may see some profit taking in front of that level of 75.70.90, so do be on your guard. But nevertheless, the last 2 days have been quite heavy considering the size of the candles, so I'm looking for the weakness to continue. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and as always, look out for the intraday port. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.